Over the past couple of seasons in Modern Warfare, what they have done, especially in Warzone, is added Easter eggs with the launch of that season. We've had bunkers, last season we had the stadium Easter egg, and this season is no different. There's a brand new Easter egg to do with the metros. On top of this, there is some multiplayer Easter eggs and some other little things scattered throughout Season 6 as well. So instead of just bringing you one Easter egg at a time, what I thought I would do, and what I pretty much do with every season, is bring you one video with all of the Easter eggs that were added in that season. Of course, the biggest one out of all of these Season 6 Easter eggs is the Warzone, the Metro Station Easter egg, and it's actually what you're seeing on screen here. And we're going to dive in exactly how to do it, but first, we need to hear from today's video sponsor. So today's video is sponsored by Oslo.io. This is a service created by the people over at Streamlabs, and it is perfect if you make YouTube videos, a video editor, or just working on some products that way. This product is a simple way to speed up your workflow and production, and you can even upload straight from this service. First off, with this, you can securely back up and access your projects with the cloud storage and their intelligent storage solutions. On top of this, if you have a video up on the service, you can communicate with others and they can give you direct timestamps and feedback to make your videos better and have a better product. On top of this, you can upload to YouTube directly from Oslo. This is something that I wish existed when I started doing YouTube and making videos, and it's awesome that services like this exist today. So if you want to try this out, you can click the first link down in the description. There's a free tier where you get to use the service for free, or you can upgrade to a paid tier, and what that does is upgrades your storage space on the service. But definitely, if you're into making YouTube videos and want to make your projects better and better, this is a service for you. So check out that link down in the description. And thank you, Oslo, for sponsoring the video. Now, this is the Easter egg that you're looking at here. It takes you to an out-of-service metro station that you can't normally get to. And you can't just hop on any old metro to get here. You have to do a specific Easter egg. Now, on top of this, once you do this Easter egg, you're actually given a new blueprint, the one that you are seeing here. Now, to do this Easter egg, you don't actually start at a metro system. You start at the Verdansk City Hall downtown. So once you drop in here, I recommend doing this with a team of 2 or 3. One person is going to go in behind the desk and go to a keypad and type in 2179. This locks the area and starts filling it with gas. You now have a limited amount of time to do the next step. Oh, and by the way, the 2179 is the same every game. That never changes, unlike the rest of the codes we're going to look at. So the next step is you're going to go to the computer terminal right behind the same desk, and it is going to give you essentially a code. Each code is going to be a snippet of a picture with a number after it. If there's no number after it, don't worry, we'll get to that in a second. So what we did is came up with a word for each one of the pictures. So at this point, Zach, or Who's Immortal, was reading the codes to me. So he started with arches for -1, metals, no number after it, field -1, and then finally dark with no number after it. So these all related to pictures throughout the Capitol building. So after he read this code to me, my job was to go around, find each painting, and under each of those paintings, there was a number underneath it. So for example, the first painting was arches. This painting with a horse in it has an arch in the background, and the number underneath is 6 in Roman numerals. Now the number after arches was -1, so the number for the code would be 5. So you do this for every painting. The last one we had was the dark painting. It has a number 8, and there was no number on the code given after it, so it's just 8. You don't minus or subtract anything. So the next part is putting in the code. So our code was 5978. So to do this, you have to put the top half of the number up top, which is the top shape of the number, and at the bottom you put the bottom shape of the number. That's what you're going to see here. Now it's important to note that this code is not only different every single game, but every single time you attempt this. So every single time you put the 2179 code in, it'll give you a different code on the computer as well. Now you'll know the code is put in correctly when it says on the screen subway override authorized. From here you have quite a ways to go. I recommend one of your teammates getting a helicopter or a vehicle if you can, and once you do, you're going to go to the airport metro station. Once you are here, you're going to want to go into the computer room. It's on one of the sides of the metro station, and once you do, you'll see it. There's giant big green screens, and once you do, you can put in the subway override code, and you'll know you did it right when the computer screens start kind of flashing and getting all fuzzy. Now you're not going to want to get on the first train that arrives at the station. You'll know that it is the right train when the screens above the train once again go all fuzzy, and when you get on the train, it'll say it's going to maintenance. It won't say it's going to one of the other stations. And then at this point, you've pretty much done it. You've gone to the maintenance area of the subway subway station, and there really isn't anything too cool here. I'm guessing eventually there'll be a piece of intel that you have to get from here, kind of like there was in the stadium. The things that are interesting in this area is you can pick up a juggernaut suit, a minigun, specialist bonus, things along those lines. So basically top tier items within the game. But right now you can pick up that blueprint that I was talking about before, and this is actually a Bruin blueprint. As you're seeing, this is what we are looking at on screen here. This is the blueprint you get once completing the Easter egg. Now I will say the blueprint looks really cool. Unfortunately, the attachments on it really aren't that great. But all in all, I would say a pretty cool Easter egg, probably one of the easiest ones we've seen in recent time. By the way, if you're wondering where this subway station or metro station is, it's just north of Dam, which is a very odd location. Not exactly sure how that plays into the story or anything. Maybe we'll find out in the future. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the metro station Easter egg. But this is not the only Easter egg that is in Season 6. So this is the next Easter egg. That is right, it's a demon teddy bear. Now this one is extremely easy to do. You can do it in private matches, and it's on the new 2v2 map Station. So essentially what you're going to do, by the way, I believe the first person to find this was Prestigious Key, gotta give credit. And what you have to do for this one is go look at the station, and across the station there are basically these 6 decorative ornaments throughout the station. They are in the same spots every time, relatively simple. What you're going to do is just completely unload on these little ornaments. It takes about 100 bullets to take these out, so I recommend using an LMG with a high magazine on it. So I was using a 200 round box magazine on the PKM. 100 bullets later, each of these will fall off, and 5 of them will give you numbers, 1 of them will give you a keypad. So then reading from left to right on the station, you will get a code. So for example, my code was 46279. From here, relatively simple, take your weapon, go over to the keypad, and put the numbers in that order. Once again, going from left to right on the station. Really simple. Once you do so, turn around, look behind you, and there is literally a giant ass teddy bear falling from the sky that then continues to get shot down by some sort of air force and fall back down into the ground. That is the Easter egg. That is it. Really weird, pretty damn cool. I would love to see someone do this in a real game and just see what happens if the other team doesn't know what's going on. So every single season we get one of these 2v2 Easter eggs. Good to see that they did it once again with Season 6. And we do have another thing in Warzone, and it's these tangrams that were found scattered throughout the map in Warzone. Now, this is Geeky Pastime's map. I think him and his Discord built this, so well done. We don't know what these are used for as of right now. We found 36 of them so far. There might be more. What we do know is they're definitely going to have something to do with either a future Easter egg, maybe something to do with the Warzone reveal for Black Ops Cold War. As of right now, we don't know, but it is interesting that they were added within Season 6. So there is one other small Easter egg I wanted to point out, and it has to do with actually the Battle Pass of all things. So first of all, as you know, the main operator added this season is Farah, and Farah is a main character in the campaign, and right off the beginning, you're given a skin for Minotaur called the Poloski. I think that's how you say it. And it's a very interesting skin because it looks very familiar. Now, the other thing that you're given right off of the beginning, I believe it's at tier 5, is Innocence Lost, and it is a screwdriver. Now, one, you may be wondering why it's called Innocence Lost and why it's a screwdriver melee weapon. But all of these, Farah, the Minotaur skin, and the screwdriver all have to do with a campaign mission when Farah was a child. You see, the character that breaks into Farah's house, kills her father, and then Farah eventually takes down with a screwdriver. It looks exactly like the Minotaur skin, and the name of Innocence Lost is the screwdriver, and the screwdriver that Farah used as a child when I guess you could say her innocence was lost. I thought this was a really cool Easter egg, and how they tied it all into the campaign. I just thought it was really cool and thought I would include it in the video. But But ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much every single Easter egg within Season 6. If I missed anything, forgot to cover anything, feel free to let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, it is always appreciated if you do hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, like what you see, want to join the channel on a road to 1 million subscribers, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, peace out.
We are